Hey, what's up? This is Ronald, and in this video I want to show you how you can create this. It does not matter which software you use because the approach is exactly the same in Adobe Premiere, Final Cut Pro or Davinci Resolve. First of all, I have to say this was a shot from a music video I did recently, and it was not planned to use fire in that specific shot at all. So I had to create the fire effect in a completely empty dark shot, which initially looked like this. A guy throws something into somewhere and we wanted to show the fire in a new separate shot. But when I edited this, I thought that this is the perfect shot for the fire. So normally if you would film a fire scene, you would light up the talent's face and the walls and add the fire flames in post-production. So if I already knew that this would be the fire scene when we were filming, I could have used the light source like this and flicker in the talent's face and on the walls to simulate the fire flames and only add the flames in post-production. I didn't have this at all. I had to create everything from scratch, and this is how it's done. First of all, we obviously have to put some flames in the shot. You can try to find pre-keyed flames online for free somewhere, or you can buy high quality frames in 4K from companies like Pixel Film Studios or Motion VFX. The flames are filmed in a black environment, as you can see here, and when we put these shots above our original footage, it would cover everything below and we wouldn't see our footage anymore. Therefore, we have to change the blend mode of the fire footage to add. This way the lighter parts of the fire are added to the footage below and the blacks are ignored. Okay, now we have one flame in the shot, but I wanted to have a more complex fire, so I simply copied the fire flames and rearranged them a bit in the screen and in the timeline. And I ended up with 8 fire layers stacked upon each other, which looks pretty good for me. But as you can see, this doesn't look very realistic at the moment. Fire would light up the talent's face and would light up the walls. And we have to recreate that first. We have to add some color wheels effects to do this. So I go to the timeline when the first fire comes in and add the effect. I add one and make a mask because I only want to recolor and brighten up the talent in the first step. And now I raise the blacks and mids a bit so that it looks like fire would light up the talent. And I make this a bit more orange because fire is quite orange obviously. And the key to a realistic effect is keyframes. The effect should become active when the fire gets visible and not before. At the moment you would see this during the whole clip, so I make a keyframe at this position. The effect now remembers the setting for this particular point in time. And then I go back a bit to where we don't see the fire and we reduce the effect to 0. This way it really looks like the reflections would raise with the fire. And now I do exactly the same for the left wall and the right wall. I create 2 more color wheels effects with 2 more shapes. To even sell the effect better, we can create a kind of flickering on the walls and on the talent's face by changing the luminance of the effect in time. Again, we do this with keyframes. And there is one more very important thing in the shot that you might have not even noticed, which is this. This little flickering cigarette. This is not in the initial shot. And I think it sells the effect better when we see this flickering at the beginning. So how did I create this? I had one shot where the talent pulls on the cigarette. I copied it onto this clip, masked out the cigarette, and Bob's your uncle. So this is it. I hope you liked the video. I'm very happy if you give the video a thumbs up below or even subscribe to my channel, who knows. Thank you very much for watching and hopefully see you again in the next one.